All right, guys, welcome back to another update. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are, well, first and foremost, let me give a shout out to my subscribers. A big shout out to my members. Members, I got something special for you coming up. Y'all gonna feel special. Trust me, y'all gonna feel like, you know, you're gonna. What I show you guys, everybody won't get it. Some stuff, I will allow others to see later, but some stuff I'm gonna keep exclusively for my members, because these are going to be little secrets, little things that I think are valuable and are worth something. So I don't want to give away everything. I want to be able to give my members something, a little extra. But as you can see, we are a few minutes away from some air warfare. Just looking at the landscape. So let's just keep an eye on this situation here. This is a very tense situation. So again, this is a time where we want to visualize. Like right now, what I'm doing, I'm thinking. So I'm not talking right now. I might not be doing a whole lot of speaking because I'm thinking about, okay, what is this situation here? What is the best way to handle what I'm seeing? What is in my opponent's mind that he would bring those 27 bombers and those 38 fighters? What's behind that? And the only thing I could think of is suicide. Look at this, guys. Uh-oh. I told you they was going to talk. They were going to tell on themselves. Now listen to this. Jillen sits back and uses allies for his dirty work. Allies. Not coalition members. Allies. You got to learn how to read between the lines, guys. Why use the word allies? This explains why they were so mad at Arrowhead. But Arrowhead is exposing them. I made them expose each other, is what I'm trying to show y'all. He said, what you mean I use my allies? I literally killed 13 million enemies and still have most of my army, considering I won the war in Asia. How did you win the war in Asia? Like, how he just knew he won the war in Asia, because like I told y'all, Darwin and Melbourne miraculously just quit. Just miraculously went AI. How amazing is that? So now he claims victory. Okay, now listen to this, guys. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all how how Jillen is really just exposing himself. He's trying to act like he's this great player, but listen to this. Listen to this. Honestly, Arrowhead, you have been using Darwin and Melbourne, his peoples. These are Gillen's peoples, as a meat shield ever since the World War started. You didn't even bother sending air support to aid them, which is probably why they left the game. Lie. You are a liar. How you see how he's hinting to the things I already was looking at? Like, why did Darwin and Melbourne quit? He's trying to come in now. This is how news media works. This is how when you're trying to narrate something works. You're trying to paint a narrative. Because why would somebody leave the game just because, and they're already in great position, just because somebody didn't send them airplanes? There was no way in the world. That's how you know he's lying. How was Arrowhead supposed to send them airplanes all the way in Asia? How was he supposed to do that? It just goes to show you there was a whole nother language and a whole nother perspective that I was missing, that I'm realizing now. These guys were buddies and they turned against each other. These two guys right here, Arrowhead and Jill. That's why they talking like that. I made them do that when I attacked Sonora. When I attacked Sonora and I invaded America, these guys had no choice but to turn on Arrowhead. Arrowhead didn't do nothing wrong. That's the real deal with it. Arrowhead was in the right. He did the right thing in regards to the position he was in on this game. If Arrowhead would have tried to attack me in any kind of way, I would have destroyed him. He was outnumbered. So they were asking Arrowhead to do something that meant suicide. So then they used that as a means to turn on him. And he's seen that. He's like, man, y'all supposed to be my allies, and we supposed to be buddies, and y'all gonna do me like this? And he was upset. That was all because of my actions. Because I seen something going on, and I was able to jump in front of it. Wanted to make sure I give y'all some of the breakdown. And you'll see that everything I said will line up. We finally got rid of those troops over there. That's the power of patrolling, guys. Them troops are gone, and we're gonna move on down the line. As you can see, this little red strip here, I have all that room to just go on down and keep going down and keep going down to see what's going on. So that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm probably moving. Okay, I'm gonna move these airplanes because I know he has some airplanes coming over here. I see the dot there. This let me know that there's somebody coming right here. So I decide, get my guys out of there. We don't really need them to get attacked because we're about to take care of this anyway. And work our way to that island and deal with anything else. So we don't have to risk losing any troops. Move a little forward here. Okay, you can see When you're patrolling, guys, every 15 minutes, troops are going to be attacking. So let's see what happens here. I'm at 116 now, and he lost maybe 1 or 2 troops himself. So that's what patrolling does. Did y'all see that? I'm right at 117, but as we patrol, so you don't get a major big hit, but you do get, you do start to peck at your enemy. And I'm sure he lost 1 or 2 as well. But now I will say this, it's something that, for my advanced players, this is something that you may catch very quickly. The fact that he does have some bombers in his group, it gives him a little bit more protection. See, that's another thing people don't realize. When you have bombers and fighters together, it does give some protection to the fighters and the bombers. I mean, because the bombers do offer a great amount of protection. So when you're fighting it with just fighters, but they have bombers and fighters, it's kind of like a tricky situation where you're going to lose some troops because they still have the protection shield of the bombers. Even though the bombers are not really what's attacking you, it's really the fighters that are attacking you, if that makes any sense. Now, if it was just a bunch of bombers, like say this was 63 bombers right here against my 116, no problem. We would wipe them out immediately. But because he has fighters in there, it's a little tricky. Because those fighters are going to fight and get the protection, the shield of the bombers. I'm going to leave it at that, y'all. Y'all let that marinate, okay? We're going to come right back. We're going to keep you guys posted, and we're going to keep this thing rolling, okay? But yeah, I want y'all to think about that a little bit. Any questions, any concern, leave it in the comments.